Your boy's back. Your boy's back. Your boy's back. Your boy's back. Your boy's back.
You should have the bus boys pumping.
Your boy's back, baby.
Back in town.
He's back, baby. He's back. Hey, first I give homage to my man T-Champ. My boys, hey, your boys handling your business while your boy was gone. But like Erica Badu, we say, danger. Your boy's back. We gonna get it on, baby, today. Yeah. Hope y'all seen them Hornets over the weekend. I don't try to ignore Yeah. Represent on the weekend. We're gonna talk a little about sitting at Poitier. Hey, I give homage to that king. Look, Draymond Green. Appreciate you, Draymond.
Yes.
Talk about them Nets. Hey, we're gonna stay locked in the joint. Talk about the Nets. Talk about, then we got, Seattle owner seems like he can't control himself. We got to get him under control. So, family, as I say, boy is back, your boy is back, your boy is back. We ready. Let's go. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike. Let's go, y'all.
Military Brothers talking sports. Let's go. Let's get it. Family. It's a family affair. Y'all know that song. It's a family affair. Your boys, man.
Please chime in.
Yeah, I gotta give my man T-Champ. That brother did his thing while brother T-Champ. That's what family do, family. That's what family do. Well, I asked my brothers, hey man, we got to do the husbandly thing. The wife wanted to get away, so hey. So T-Champ, hey man, I got you, brother. But T-Champ, just want to let you know right now, that non-Nick bashing comment you make, whatever, is back now, baby.
Yeah, you can hate if you want to, but you're wasting your time, homie.
Whatever, we're gonna talk trash about them Knicks every opportunity I get. I'm just saying. But hey, y'all handle your business, man. But it's all good. Before we get started, I ask my man Mike, my brother, how was your weekend, doctor?
Well, man, it was relaxing. When I tell you I relaxed. I did a little volunteer work at the academy with the cadets, man. But that's what I do. But I should be asking you, my brother, how was your day, weekend, and week?
Hey, it was beautiful down in Florida. Florida was so nice, man. Beautiful weather. Able to see all my grandbabies, so I was definitely happy to see my grandbaby. Hello, Papa Dennis. I said, hey, baby. Happy to see my grandbabies, man. You know them grandbabies make you, man, do something with your heart. So got in the pool with the babies, man. Paint some fingernails for the grandbabies, man. Stuff like that. Hey, fed them. Grandbabies, man. Hey. Beautiful thing, man. I love seeing my family, man. Had a great time. Drove back today. Me and the wife got up early this morning, got on the road, drove back, man. Nice little drive back, man. So had a great time. I'm glad to be back.
You sound like it, man. You sound like you just been free, man. I'm a start. Let this free.
Hey, man. You know, I was trying to comment, when you guys had the show, man, going on, man. You're making these comments about them Knicks and stuff like that, man. You know, I had to chime in, then teach me a non-Nick bashing show. I don't know where you get that from, baby.
That's right. It was a beautiful week, man. It was beautiful, man.
And I thought Hollywood was going to step in there and get the badge. Hollywood back down like a little puppy. Hollywood, stand up, baby, stand up.
He gave us a little something, man. He gave us a little something, man. But that's all good, though.
Oh, for sure. But again, man, appreciate you, T-Champ. Appreciate you, brother, filling in for brother while he was gone. And definitely appreciate that, man. But Mike, man, before we got in, roll in, man. You had a couple of comments you want to touch on something. I know we don't have it as one of the highlight points, What's something you were saying before we got started? I didn't catch it.
About Mr. Newton.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, folks. So if you haven't heard, Cam Newton was at a little football tournament 7-on-7, and this youngster decides to go off on Cam, telling Cam he's washed up. He'll be out of the league, broke, et cetera, and Cam is fairly young, and I don't want to come down on Cam, but he kind of went toe to toe with the youngster. And when you go toe to toe with youngsters, you either go to their level or you bring them to yours. And that's where I wish I really could have pulled Cam to the side and say, listen, either have this youngster removed, talk to the coach, anybody but him, because if that's all a teenager can do is walk up to you, you're a Heisman Trophy winner, you're an NFL MVP of the season one year, you've been to the Super Bowl, you've reached the pinnacle of football. This kid's still in high school, and that's how he greets you instead of saying, hey, I like to network with you, Cam. Can you give me some tips on how to better my game? No, he went the opposite. Now, Cam did say, I'm rich. He don't have to say that. And Cam did ask the youngster, where's your dad?
And Mike,
that probably was the unkindest cut of all. That probably stung deeper than people realize.
Yeah.
And that's probably why that youngster's the way he is, man. I'm not knocking nobody from a single parent home. No. But the disrespect that youngster put down on Cam, it was really hard for me to hear that. I don't condone that. There's nothing I want to be entertained about. I think it was horrible. And this youngster probably got broke down at some point, tried to give a letter of apology to Cam and tweeted. And I'm sure a whole lot of people pulled him to the side and said, listen, we talking about your future, not just trying to do something for clout and get some likes. You trying to go to college. You trying to further yourself. You just really put yourself in a hole that you got to get out of now.
I feel you, man. Hey, you made some excellent points, man. And one thing that I believe in, man, is, and we talked about it last week, man, Aretha, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. And to me, man, you definitely hit the nail on the head. Cam stooped down to his level. Instead of mentoring the young man, like, to get that young man to realize that, hey, I'm here to help you. What can you do to help me? I'm at a level where you're trying to get at. And sometimes you have to show you, give them a reality check. Like, listen, I've been through what you're trying to accomplish. I've accomplished, and just like break it down, I've accomplished X, Y, and Z. So I think you should be asking for my advice. And sometimes, man, dealing with teenagers, we have to get them to realize, that one, we aren't on the same level. That's why when it comes to kids, I don't let them call me by my first name. No. My name is
never.
You address me by my first name? That's not acceptable. Me and you not. Now your mom, because she's just like I am. You need to put a Mr. in front of that, like the color purple. Mr.
That kind of Mr. And you're right. I've coached kids, and a parent, if they want to say Coach Mike or Mr. Mike, we can do it like that. Some of these parents are young and some are the same age, but I have a title. I'm only here to deal with your youngster. And you know what Cam could have did? He could have bought everybody on the team Under Armour gear, personally signed everything except that youngster. He could have handled that a couple of different ways. But when you go toe-to-toe with a kid, and I work with kids, as my father say, you play with a dog, he'll lick you in the face. You play with a kid, he'll curse you out. And it never fails. It never fails. And I just don't want Cam to put himself in that situation, mess around, end up like Cat Williams a few years ago, messing around with a 15-year-old. And next thing you know, he had a chokehold. Okay. But Cam is a little bit bigger than Cat. We know that. But still, don't get lured in, mess around and have a physical contact or altercation. Next thing you know, this kid trying to sue, and then you'll be remembered for that and give people more to talk about, more negativity. So just hopefully they both learned. And I wish the best for Cam, man. But don't get into it. None of these youngsters out here, man. You're already where you need to be in life. Brother has probably clocked about 100 million in his lifetime.
More than that.
Yeah, give or take endorsements, and
yep.
You're going to the hall, man. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. Let him get his comments out. It ain't gonna hurt you, man. Yep. Sir, youngster, young fella, you know what you write. I am washed up. Nobody wants me. Fellas, I appreciate your time today. I'm heading out. That's all.
Kids in that camp have been upset. Like, what did you say? They've been more upset with that kid than actually Cam. Because they came to see Cam now. They came to learn. Right.
Exactly.
Right. We're going to move on to the, Black History Month, man. And we're going to pay homage to Sidney Poitier, my brother. I'm going to start with you.
First of all, let it be known, man, that Sidney Poitier is my favorite male actor of all time. I grew up watching Sidney, but when I seen Sidney, he had kind of turned a little bit to comedy. Uptown Saturday Night, A Piece of the Action. So I really didn't understand the seriousness of Sidney and what he meant to Hollywood and what he's done as I got older and I started really get into his films. I would advise anybody in the world, if you want to see some class acting, look up Sidney Poitier cinematography. To Sir with Love, teaching some kids in London, England, and how to respect him and themselves. Heat of the Night, one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Please see that. Please see the relationship between his parents and that young lady's parents. She's Caucasian. He's black.
Oh yeah.
The interactions that they have is unbelievable. Lilies of the Field. And this is off the top of my head. I'm not Googling or looking at nothing.
Yeah.
I got to hit you with my all-time favorite. I will be getting the DVD. I could watch it over and over and over. Boy, if y'all don't sit down and watch Buck and the Preacher, that's my movie right there, boy. Sidney Poitier was hard, man. He give you the whole package up in that. I love that movie, man.
Yeah,
love it. And he just turned 94. The brother deserves every kudos and accolades, props that he can give. I don't think if it wasn't for Sidney Poitier, it'd probably be no Denzel, man.
That's true. I don't know if you've seen the one with Sidney Poitier was on Oprah Winfrey, man, and he surprised her and read her the poem. Oprah cry all the time, but man, she says, man, Sidney gives her goosebumps. And that
powerful, man.
Right, powerful, man. But you can see the versatility in the different roles that he played. And what I love of him with him and Bill Cosby on Saturday Night, and they did the two, man. That is really one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah. Man, I laughed through that whole entire movie. Then he went into directing. Then he came back and did another act. And I can't recall the movie with him and, they're cops and they're chasing serial killer. And in order to survive, it's the snow. So they had to take all their clothes off in order to stay warm, in order to survive. And they was, and so he said, "Oh, is that me? That you?" But Sidney Poitier, man, very, very, very versatile, and even being able to do even on stage plays. If you go and look at his history, that man on stage plays. But the first time, because he's from the island, he had that very strong accent. So the first time he tried out for, came to Miami to live with his brother, and then after living with his brother, of course, trying to find a job, trying to get a job and stuff like that. So he saw there was they were looking for an actor, so he applied. Of course, his accent was so heavy, he wasn't able to get the role. So in 6 months, he got with someone who taught him how to speak English in order to speak it clearly and whatnot. In 6 months, he tried out again and got the role. That showed the determination that Sidney Poitier had in order to be, viewed as one of the best.
And his accent is him. When he speaks, he classifies dignity. And now that you mention that, how could I forget A Raisin in the Sun?
Yeah, man, that brother played in a lot of movies, man. I was saying,
man, you felt his pain, his desire to put that money towards a business. And when man, you got to see that, man. Everybody's in there a little bit. A young Lou Gossett, but you just feel him. He begs his mama for this money. Mama, I know this is going to work. I know this, and you feel it.
The confidence.
Just strength, man. I think I'm gonna deem this Sidney Poitier week, man. I'm gonna watch something every day. The things I just named, including that first, please do yourself a favor.
Man,
do yourself a favor, man. The man is incredible.
Yes, take the time. Black History Month, and me and Mike will have some conversation, man. I think we should every day, man, acknowledge people. Because Black History Month, I believe that we can really understand it's not about Black people, these are about people. And if we can view people as being people and their greatness and what they accomplished throughout the years, man, even as Black History Month, I think next month is Women's Month and stuff like that, so on and so forth. But I think we will continue to keep this going, family. I'd love to hear your opinion. Even people in the community. I think sometimes, we have great people in the communities doing some great things, man. I think that, we can pay homage to them and acknowledge them as well. So I think we should keep this going, and we'll probably keep this going, pay homage to someone who's doing something great in the community, doing something to improve society, especially in these times. I think we need more than ever.
Sounds good, my brother.
All right, sounds good. All right, now we're gonna get into something. Now we're about to get this show started, man. I don't know if you see Draymond Green this past weekend. That's a charlatan and a charlatan. I appreciate that brother getting that technical foul at the end of the game because them two techs, brother, called Charlotte to give Charlotte opportunity to win that thing. But I got a question for you. Is your time running out for Draymond? I think the Warriors are starting to get fed up with Draymond antics. What you think, brother? What you think?
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that, my man, because we're talking 9 seconds. This brother got 2 technical fouls in 9 seconds. The Warriors had a chance to win. But because he got them 2 techs, I did say 9 seconds, right?
You said 9 seconds. You said 9 seconds. Yes, I heard you say 9 seconds.
Back to back. Like you cursed the ref out the first time and he gave you a T. Oh no. Let me go at him again because that first tech wasn't good enough for me. I'm going for the gusto. Like in his mind, the ref is gonna say, you know what? You're right. How silly of me. Cost his team the win. And how much did they lose by?
2. That bucket, that game-winning bucket.
Draymond. This is my problem with Draymond.
Yeah.
And I still think that his mom unfriended me on Facebook, but it's okay. I didn't know who she was anyway. Brother, when you swung at LeBron and got kicked out a few years ago, and then the momentum was never the same, that's when you should have learned. But Draymond has since then gotten plenty of texts. But to get ejection, and as T-Cham said, it's bad when Steve Kerr said he crossed the line. You don't F-bomb a ref dead in his face with 9 seconds left and then give it to him again like you're right. My problem, Draymond, is you just made sense the other day about Drummond getting benched so he can get traded. You made perfect sense. I'm like, wow, betcha by golly, wow. Why on earth, days later, would you channel your inner J.R. Smith and ODB and do that?
I have an answer for you, brother. Hey, and watch, it's going to make sense to you. Mike, have you ever gone into a store and you see a parent with a kid just acting up and just wilding out? Family, y'all be able to relate to just acting the fool and and the kid be about 7 or 8 years old. That kid didn't just start acting that way. Acting that way for a long. And you said it. Draymond has been doing this for a long time. They should have nipped us in the bud at the very beginning. You better be looking at that kid like, boy, if you were my child.
The reincarnation of Kanye.
Yeah. And I feel you, T-Champ. So that's my thing, man. The Warriors have allowed this to carry on to where Draymond is out of control. But outside of Steve Kerr, you know who else I hold accountable for this? Steph. You are the leader of the team, even though he wasn't there at that game. But he should have checked Draymond at the very beginning, man. But now they've allowed Draymond to do this here for so long to where now it's really, really, really starting to get on people's nerves. I believe if they would have checked this at the very beginning, Draymond wouldn't be doing what he's doing right now.
See, I said it before that Draymond wants to be the next Dennis Rodman. Dennis was a distraction, getting all these texts, but MJ and the rest of them, they were like handlers. Dennis, come on out of Las Vegas. Dennis, come on out of the WWE. We got a championship to win. He didn't cost them championships. He got them championships. And like you said, it was cute at first. Ha ha, Draymond. Steph and he chased Kevin Durant away. Let's not forget that. Steph should have pulled him to the side and said, Dre, I don't want to bust your bubble, but brother, you can be replaced.
Yeah,
I think I don't need to say no more than that.
Yeah, Mike, but I want to ask you this question. Even you, family, and matter of fact, you guys haven't subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe, follow us. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like so you can follow our show. Mike, I got a question for you. Who's going to reel Draymond in? It's the question. Your family, I want to know what y'all think. Who's going to reel Draymond in? Who you think should be the person that just like what you just said, who is the Michael Jordan is going to tell Draymond, hey, you at the casino, it's time for you to come back. We said 48 hours, not 56 hours. 48 hours, it's time to come back. Who is that person?
Not only that, where is Draymond going to go and get busy? The reason why he a good fit at Golden State because he's surrounded by good players. I mean, who can't produce with KD, Curry, Clay? Draymond will go anywhere and fall through the cracks.
But my question I'm asking you, who's going to wheel him on? Looking at the Warriors team, who do you think can bring him back to help him realize that he's hurting the team by doing?
Oh, someone on the Warriors?
Yeah. Who do you think? Or what do you think the Warriors should do about Draymond? Probably is a better question.
It's going to have to be Steph because he's the leader.
Gotcha.
You're going to have to sit down with Kerr, and Kerr walked into a winning situation. We still, I don't want to get into that, man. But management, go ahead on to the GM, bring him into the office. Draymond, we've had enough. You need to sign a contract, a behavioral contract. You got one more time to get a tech or an ejection. We're going to start fining, and you're going to find yourself another home, man.
But T-Champ, my question I'm asking you, who's going to take Draymond? Outside of the Warriors, who else would take on that headache?
It's a lot of baggage, man.
It would have to be a team that's on the verge of winning a chip. Can't be no lower level team. Can't say the Knicks, because I know y'all Knicks don't want him. Charlotte definitely don't want him. It has to be on a team like on the verge or because he'll be dealing with veterans, like LeBron can deal with them.
Hey, LeBron's been known to pull the enemy in.
That's all I'm saying.
He got something up his sleeve between Boogie Cousins, Drummond, Blake, Draymond. Now that AD laid up in a hospital, LeBron about to make some moves. Watch before the 25th of March, see what happens. Watch what I tell you.
Speaking of the Cousins, I don't know if you heard this. They're on the verge of releasing DeMarcus Cousins.
And guess why?
Why?
He's received an anonymous phone call. Boogie, what's up? It's the king. How you doing?
Shut up.
I will pay everything to get you out of there, man. I got you over here. Make noise. Start calling people's names. Kick over a table. Do whatever you got to do. Need you over here, big dog. Come through.
Dude, if they pull that off, man.
Watch. You know LeBron likes to stack.
If they pull that off, that would be
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Gold all of my ring. Gold all of my chain. Yes. LeBron is like that. He gonna make something shake. Watch what I tell you, man.
But my thing is that when you get him, what you gonna do? Cut in a Gasol time? You got Harold come off the bench.
Mark
AD. I understand AD is still not 100%. Because Harold is starting now with AD out. Or is it Kuzma? I'm not sure exactly who.
AD don't need to come back until playoffs.
If I was them, I'll tell AD go have surgery on that thing until you fully healthy.
Yeah, that's a high risk
to do that.
That's a high risk maneuver.
LeBron want him to do that. LeBron's still trying to get another ring.
Listen, the man got weapons, man. He gonna make something happen. He's probably got the best specialist in the world. LeBron's paying AD's doctor bill right now, not the Laker organization.
You think he's sending him flowers and all that stuff?
Yes, man. Sweet tea, flowers, incense. But once he finds out that AD is not good to go, time for some negotiations.
Yeah, hey, whole bunch of movement coming on, man. So that's gonna be. I'm gonna keep an eye on that story, my brother. Hey, man, are the Nets too good to lose in the 5 to 7 game series, man? They look very impressive this weekend, Mike. They were 5-0. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Clippers. Beat Golden State last night. Them joking 5-0 on the West Coast.
First of all, anybody can beat the Clippers. Lakers didn't have AD. And who'd you say? Who was it? The Warriors?
The Warriors with Draymond. We just talked about the Warriors.
I'm not impressed. Man.
Hey,
I'm not impressed.
You know the player who I'm mostly impressed with on the Nets, to be honest with?
Please tell us.
James Harden. And it's not because of scoring. Last night that you get 16 assists. So he is still affecting it by getting people in position where they can score. So he may not be, scoring, 30-something points a game. He's giving you the high teens, low 20s, but he's still pretty much giving you that same productivity based on other players' scoring have increased. So I'm mostly impressed by what James Harden is doing as far as keeping a team in a good rhythm as far as scoring. He's okay, KD. You can put up 30. All right, Kyrie, you can put up 30. I'll give you 20, but I'm going to give you the ball to where it's easy to put the biscuit in the basket. I've seen some passes he made, brother. I'm like, oh, Harden is looking good. Just saying.
What I would like for somebody, one of you mathematicians out there, get all the assists from Harden on the Thunder and all the assists on the Rockets. If it doesn't equate nowhere near Brooklyn, that means he's learned. Nobody's trying to see you TikTok it and do the stepdaddy 10 times a day, man. That's what it takes to pass. That's what it takes to pass the ball, man. So he couldn't pass the ball. He couldn't pass the ball with Melo. Couldn't pass the ball with Chris Paul. Couldn't pass the ball with Dwight Howard. But he gets to Brooklyn, all of a sudden, let me pass. There's Kyrie and KD.
He was passing. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, you go back and double check me. I think his first year with Houston, he led the league in assists.
Oh, really?
So as we go free, we already know who his head coach was.
That's a lot of belief. His first year at Houston. Yeah. Somebody look that up, man.
I'm telling you, man. If I'm not mistaken, I think Harden led the league in assists his first year in Houston.
And this is why he was dropping 45 and 50 and 60-point games.
I'm not talking about his first year with Houston. I want to say the brother led the league in assists. I want to say he averaged like 11 assists a game.
Well, he's learned. I'm not impressed with Brooklyn. 5-0. Do another 5+, and then maybe we'll talk.
But we already said the problem wasn't James Harden. It was your boy D'Antoni.
Okay, so look. So you telling me D'Antoni got rid of Chris Paul, Melo, Dwight Howard, Boogie Cousins, and just keep going?
No,
we won't count Boogie.
My thing is when it comes to Dan Toney really only focused on offense. It wasn't about ball move. Only thing he was really what's the thing called now analytics. So he believed in everybody shoot 3-pointers.
So everybody. He's analytical. He's analytical all of a sudden. Okay.
So now to me, I think Steve Nash is a better coach. But to me, I think even though he's surrounded with a lot more talent too, can't knock the talent. A lot more talent on his team. And so now I believe they're in a system, and especially with him handling the ball, they're in a system that works, bro. They're in a system that's working. His brother, man, look real good. Real good.
They should look good. You got 3 of the top players in the league. They should look good. I don't get it. So let's do it like this. I see KD. KD's been hurt.
He came at first time last night. Looked good.
AKA load management.
He had COVID.
What?
COVID. He was
First, I heard it was a hamstring. Now, which one is it?
I thought it was COVID. Y'all double check. I think it was COVID. He was out.
Yeah, between COVID, a hamstring, and load management, it was one of them.
But he was out. He just came back. Continue.
Okay, man. Congrats. That wear and tear gonna be a problem, man. Them Colin Sexton's gonna be a problem. We'll see.
They're not even gonna make the playoffs, so they ain't gotta worry about them no more.
I ain't gonna go there, man. I'm not impressed with Brooklyn. Period.
Hey, I'm very impressed with those boys. But it also goes to show you, man, where the issue lies as far as on the defensive end. If you have a penetrating point guard that can drive to the basket, because it seemed like DeAndre Jordan, man, defensive prowess is really going out the window. The defensive marshal I thought it was going to be, when they had him in the middle, seemed like that's gone. I think Allen was a better defender, younger defender on their team than actually DeAndre Jordan is. But that's here nor there. But it's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. What's going on, my brother? What's going on?
Brother Black, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, I want to know what my brother Black think about them Nets. We comment about them Nets. I want to see some comment. Wait, Tracy, what you say, man? Huh?
Hey, I'm here all day.
I'm waiting him to chime in, T. Hey, Tracy, I'm waiting him to chime in, but you know it's coming. But I'm just being real, man. Them boys look good, brother. Them boys hey, and then Harris, who's shooting that 3, he reminded Cleveland like, you should have never got rid of me. With Cleveland, and they traded him.
Did I see James Harden get into a tad bit of scrap?
Man, that was like nicky-nacky. That wasn't no little scrap.
That chicken wing elbow he threw wasn't nicky-nacky.
Yeah. And to me, man, that's the reason why, man, sometimes the league get me upset. They're too soft. Man, put your big boy pants on, keep on keeping on. Play ball.
Okay. Might make the finals. Kyrie versus LBG.
Hey, hold up. Wait a minute.
That's what people want to see anyway. People want to see that anyway.
I'm going to let you know right now. Y'all keep sleeping on them Utah Jazz, brother, if y'all want to. Donovan Mitchell and them Utah Jazz, baby. Listen, you better bring it or forget it. You sleep on them Jazz.
They got a lot to prove, man. Jazz got a lot to prove. I'm not impressed on none of that. I don't care what your record is. You got rocked in the bubble.
Yes, they lost.
So you got to show and prove. Show and prove, man.
You're right.
Because the playoffs is different. Playoffs is different from the season. That was proven. James don't want no smoke just for show. Wow.
What we trying to say? The Lakers? Hey, Ace, you don't think the Lakers gonna be making? Hey, I don't think they're getting past. I don't think they're getting out of the West. Yeah. I agree with you, Tracy. It rebounded, but the thing about it is, the thing about Utah, Rudy Gobert, man, that middle man he makes a difference. A shot blocker.
It's about time, man. He's a 7-foot goofball. He should be getting busy.
Hey, blocking shot, rebound. He do what they need for him to do. He only requires a couple shots, and that's alley-oop.
Listen, man. Gobert has gotten dunked on enough times. It's about time he reversed some of that.
He's going to keep trying to block shots.
Oh, Utah don't translate into TV ratings. Hello.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. He's sticking on the board. You don't have to watch him. I'm looking at productivity on the court. They are producing. They're being productive. They're being productive. So if they're being productive, they get the job done.
We'll see, man.
I can't believe you're not a believer in the Utah Jazz.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Nope, not after y'all got y'all butt handed to you last time. Jamal Murray and them wasn't feeling that.
That's one. They already won 9 in a row. Can't win every time. But I know one squad you have to talk about. The Knicks.
Hey, listen. Are we there yet? We there?
Look at the bottom of the screen. We talk, and I know T Champ have something to say. Hey, what did you say before we got the show started? He had a smile on his face, ladies and gentlemen. He had to give me this news. What was the breaking news? After the Knicks won what?
That the Knicks won? No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, you said they won. What happened to Minnesota head coach?
Oh, once the Knicks won last night, and it wasn't the most impressive win in the world, but they still did it. Timberwolves coach has been fired.
To me, man, the Timberwolves should have been starting that #1 draft pick all on. But my thing, what more?
Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards should be starting. The other thing about it is that you got one of your star players who's out, and I think he's about to have surgery or something. So what can you expect them to do? What can you expect? No one had no high expectation out of Minnesota.
Well,
so stop smoking.
We back, baby.
Baby. These Nick, because you know this is Nick bashing show. Nick bashing show them Nick.
Listen, I will do it like this. You know good and well. You know good and well. If the Knicks would have lost last night, you would have went off. You would have went off. How y'all lose to a 7-24 team? How y'all lose to an 8-23 team? And guess what? I would have went off too.
I'm gonna ask you this: if you had a choice to pick between, I'm gonna ask y'all, all y'all Knicks fans, y'all time. I want to hear y'all. If you had a looking at what they're doing now, to pick between Zion and Julius Randle, who would you pick? And I have a reason for asking this question too.
Well, you know what, man? That's a hypothetical question. If Julius wasn't producing, and I will never look down on nobody who's giving their all and giving it up and doing what you do. We're not talking draft pick, right? We're talking like right now to start over.
Yeah, we talk about right now. What they doing to coach? Well, hey, brother, my brother is saying, he said he picked Zion.
I'm staying with Julius, man. The boy has showed me everything that he can. I hate to say this. This pains me, folks. This pains me to say this in front of this man right here. Julius Randle is pulling in more boards than Zion. I need board work. It hurts. It hurts, man. I'm in pain.
See, I knew I was gonna venture reel him in on my side.
Only because you're talking about my boys, man.
Mike, and you're gonna agree with me on this, Mike. If you are a face of a franchise, you have to do more than just score. Especially if you potentially going to be asking a top dollar.
Listen, man.
You do more than just score. And I'm gonna give you a good example of a player down in Orlando right now. You think Orlando is satisfied with that money that they gave that guy playing power forward Gordon down there? The power forward they got that was in the dunk contest?
Aaron Gordon? Listen, if it wasn't for the dunk contest, you wouldn't hardly hear from this dude, man.
Now you understand my point.
He got to get busy.
Score. But my thing is that other than scoring, what else did he do that make this team go to another level? To me, Randle, who you got in the Knicks, is making the Knicks go to another. The Knicks are making a step up since y'all made Julius Randle the focal point of your offense. You have a head coach now, which is Thibodeau, who recognizes him. You run the offense through the Julius Randle, and your team has improved. Hands down, he's the face of your franchise.
Julius Randle pulled 14 boards last night.
And how many points did he score?
25, right around 25, give or take.
Double. He had a couple. He had a couple assists in there and whatnot. So my thing, brother, you talking about Zion to the Knicks? No. To me, the Knicks would not be a better team with Zion on there versus Julius Randle. That's all I'm saying. Julius
versus
Randle,
no. Huh? Versus no. Listen, man. Noel Nerlens pulled 9 boards. Listen, man, you're not gonna make me go against Zion, man. We're talking. This is Nick talk. Nick with a K. With a K, man. You know, listen, man. I am not cloning Nick, but we need production, man. I'm a New York fan to the heart, man. Don't nobody care about you dropping mad points. What else are you bringing to the table, man? And you knows this. Nick lured me in to say this, man. When you talk about the Knicks, now I have to talk basketball. I have to talk basketball.
Yeah.
I have to talk basketball, man.
Hey, and my thing is that, Jude, now watch this. Now watch this, Mike. You're gonna agree with me. Do the Knicks have anyone on their team that can be compared to that sidekick that Zion had with New Orleans?
Who?
Do the Knicks have anyone that you can compare to Ingram?
Man, that boy nasty, man. Ingram can get it done.
So now, imagine if the Ingram was on the Knicks, and right now, who has the better record? Who has the better record?
Yo, if Ingram was on the Knicks, man, it'd be on and popping, man.
I'm waiting for T-Champ to chime in on here because you know I'm making some valid point.
Yeah, I know how Ingram balls, man. There's no question in his game, and you don't have to ask me who he would replace. I would line them up.
But that's my point. To me, do you believe now the Knicks record? I think if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Is like 14-15. So if you
15-16,
15-16,
we almost at 500.
Okay, I believe if Ingram was on the Knicks, man, y'all probably be at like 21, 22 wins right now. Probably be battling for like third or fourth place in the East.
Off one player?
Yes. Because to me, I believe what it does. This is what I talk about needing more out of Zion other than scoring. Randall still hits the board. He plays hard. You want that dog in there and say, hey, man, let's go and get it. And to me, Zion hadn't shown me that dog in him. Like, hey, let's go get this victory. And that's all I'm saying. Other than scoring, what else you bringing to the table, baby? You got to bring more.
T-Champ says that will Zion continue to grow his game? Will his game grow past these year and a half? The only thing I'm going to say is this, man. Offensively, there's dog.
Yeah.
But that's why you got to give it up to Bill Russell. Bill Russell, the coach said, Bill, we need you to get rebounds tonight. Cool. Don't even worry about me scoring. I'm going straight boards. Bill, we need you to block shots tonight. Done. Bill, we need you to probably get about maybe 20 points. Done. He didn't care about his stats. Tell him what you need done.
And go get it.
You said Zion desperately needs a 15-foot jumper?
Oh, hold up. We're gonna touch on that in a second. We're gonna touch. Hey, and watch this, Mike. I'm telling you, fan, watch our real Mike in. What's happening to Zion is the same thing as happened to Giannis. I know y'all talked about Giannis last week. I couldn't be on the show, right? Giannis should have taken a page out of Tim Duncan playbook. Tim Duncan wasn't out there trying to shoot three-pointers. Tim Duncan understood his game, and he mastered his game shooting that 15-footer like he talking about. He mastered that. He didn't have to shoot no three-pointer. Zion, now you got, Zion just need to, like I said, 15-foot and in that mid-range game and dominate that.
Y'all saying that Zion does not have a jumper?
Zion don't shoot a jump shot.
It's a set shot, but he got one. It's a set, but he got it. I've seen him pull.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
He's going with the evolution of Zion, man. Hey, look, man. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't want that young fella on the team, but all I'm gonna say is this: the way Julius Randle is playing right now, even with his 44-point performance, love Zion to death. But I would rather have Julius Randle on there pulling those double-doubles and we're getting the win.
Hey, Bill was that dog, hey. Bill was that dog. Hey, say whatever. Hey.
This dude going buck wild. Well, look, I heard back in the day that Sidney Wicks wouldn't bathe.
Boy.
And he out there balling.
It wouldn't defend him.
Said, man, Sidney Wicks give me a play somebody big. That's about 2 or 3 days with no shower.
But that's the only point I'm trying to make. The issue I had with Zion. Yeah, Zion is. I mean, come on, Doc. He's 6'7", 6'8", man, 285 pounds. Ain't nobody will stop that joke going to the basket, man. He
a monster, man. He a monster, man.
But to me, I demand more out of you, brother. Come on, man.
But hold up now. Let's not escape the fact that Zion and his boys blew Ja and them clean out the water.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
by 30.
Listen,
by 30.
I don't think they've beat them yet, man, since Ja been playing. Hey,
but Ja got his, he gonna get his. But boy, they put it on the Memphis Grizzlies, man. They put it on them.
Problem, man. I'm telling you, man, if I was the Pelicans, keeping Zion, you got Lonzo, Ingram, that's a nice nucleus right there, man. And you got from the Pelicans, that's a nice little nucleus, bro.
Young boys getting it in.
So to me, they got a nice little nucleus down there, man. So I'm just interested. That's just my only thing about Zion. I agree with my man, brother, what he said. He needs to develop a 15-foot and in to just make a threat, become a threat. He does that. And he gonna be all right. He's definitely gonna be all right. So, Mike, I don't know if you saw, man. Deion Sanders, man, got his first victory as head coach, and then after that, bro, they broke into the brother officer and stole his stuff, took his stuff. So my thing is, do you think it was an inside job?
Before I answer that, let me say this. I'm not giving Jackson State props, man. They played Edward Waters in Jacksonville. Edward Waters is extraordinarily small school, man. I played against them in basketball when I was in college because I went to a small school. So big Jackson State with all these 5 stars going and beating the mess out of Edward Waters 56-0. You don't get any props. It was probably somebody from Edward Waters that broke in and got his stuff for beating them so bad. Deion should have all his stuff insured, top-notch security, ADT, 24/7 security. If they got watches and rings and whatever else you had, you should have had it in a vault. I have no mercy and don't care about what Deion got stolen. You don't beat Edward Waters 56-0. You could have easily beat them about 38-0. Went down there showing off.
But my thing about Deion, man, I love what the brothers doing to Jackson State. Yeah, they got people looking at these HBC. I'm talking about
no doubt.
Yeah.
Now I want to see them beat. I want to see them beat Florida or Miami like that.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know.
Ole Miss.
He keep putting these guys on there. He keep producing like the way he's producing. These guys gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna have to do some things, man. These younger cats, like the what's the big man that went? He went to A&T is Shaw. So you got a lot of these young talented black kids, man, now starting to look at historically black colleges and saying, hey, you know what? I can go down there, get the job done, and be representing too. So that talent
is everywhere. Now I'm not disputing the talent. I'm just talking about going down there and rocking Edward Waters like they was Ohio State or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Ace, I'm with that. That's the second time Prime that he had his box. It was a sentimental box, got sold the first time. Now he broke it in the office. My thing is that how do you get into a man's office and steal his stuff in his locker, in a coach's office? That's why I believe it was an inside job.
Well, I'll tell you what, whoever did it knew exactly where the stuff was or where his place was. So inside job, I'm not going to say that, whoever did it was on his coaching staff. But I guarantee you it was somebody who told some others where his stuff was and how they could get to it.
But I'm going to let you know, man, somebody have it out for Deion. Good the second time, man, in 2 months. He's had possession stolen, even though it's been returned. But someone has it out for Deion. I'm like, hey, Miami Hurricanes probably sending somebody down there breaking to the office. Like, hey, you making her. I'm just saying, Florida State too. Florida.
My thing is this, man. Like this brother said, you can catch me one time, but now that I know I'm about to have an away game, when you break in my office, you ain't gonna get nothing because all my watches, rings, and all that stuff. Hey, I've already put that up. It's with me or whatever the case might be.
Hey. I that's all I'm saying, man. But I have much respect for what Prime is doing down there in Jackson, Mississippi. He really got them boys consider HBCUs. It's going to help the universities out, man. You get more talent there. People are going to start coming there. Money, revenue, and it helps across the board. So now you're going to start looking at FAMU, all these other colleges and stuff, man. So my thing is that, hey, I'm interested really to see what these guys are going to look like next year. What type of offense is going to put out there? Will he continue to bring in talent? I'm just interested in stuff like that. Like, hey,
I got that, man. But I'll just say this: don't nobody want their stuff stolen. I get it.
Correct.
Stephen A. spoke on that. Said he wished Deion had handled it differently. Instead of putting it out in the press. Now somebody's going to say, "Well, why should my kid go to Jackson State?" There's crime everywhere, man.
That's true.
I don't know of a school that hasn't had theft. It could be Ohio State, Florida, Michigan, man. There's crime everywhere, man. So I hope those of us who are thinking with a full deck don't just say, "Oh, that happened only because it's an HBCU." Don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that, because I remember when Allen Iverson got his stuff stolen out of the Sixers locker room by the coach's brother, Pat Croce, if you remember that. It was his own brother went in there.
I remember coaching, man.
Yeah, his brother went in Allen Iverson's locker and took about $300,000, $4,000 in cash. They got it on surveillance camera. Well, yeah. So he had to fire his own brother. So I just don't want nobody sitting back talking about, that's what happened when you go to HBCU. Don't do that. There's crime everywhere, man. And y'all know it is. So stop trying to act like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I feel you, Ace. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like the Prime stuff, man. Let's start getting some HBCU on TV and stuff like that. Start getting some of them.
Yeah. And I like to see Jackson State play somebody big, huge, and get busy. But, there's no dispute that the talent is there, man, from Walter Payton to Michael Strahan, Harry Carson. The list is endless. We can go to basketball, man. Rick Mahorn, Ben Wallace, Charles Oakley. Yeah, I remember Oakley when I was in college. He walked into the gym. We were like, "Yo, man, who uncle just walked in?" Man, looked like he brought his little nephews in there to play.
Stop it, man.
I was like, I ain't never seen nobody that big before, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. So the talent is clearly there. There's plenty of brothers in the NFL, some in the Super Bowl, South Carolina State. It's there, man. There's no question. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait till they pull an upset on somebody.
All right, man. Our last story and conversation be about. Did you hear what the Seattle Mariners football owner, CEO of the team said? Y'all can read it at the bottom. He disrespected players. He drafted these players and disrespected these players, saying Japanese players need to learn how to speak English. Superstar prospects need to learn how to speak English. I got it. Yeah, it could benefit them to learn how to speak English, but do not sit up here and, be disrespectful based on your privilege, based off of you being the CEO, think you can say whatever you want to say to players and think that this is okay. Jerry Rice was another. So true. So to me, man, that goes that privileged mind. When you sometimes, and in the military, sometimes you get a little bit of rank. You think you can talk to people any old kind of way and stuff like that, and sometimes the people need to be checked. So I want to know your thoughts on this owner saying what he said.
Before I hit you with that, I don't know if this is breaking news or have you heard it, but the Mariners president and CEO just resigned. I'm looking out. Just resigned because of them comments. Just resigned, like within the hour.
Wow.
So, but you hit it on the head, man. And I remember when I was in basic training, and there was 2 Hispanic soldiers in basic, and they were talking in their native language. And a soldier, and you know what kind of soldier it was. He turns and says, "Hey, you need to speak English. When you're in our country, you speak our language." And I checked my man. I said, first of all, you don't have the authority to tell them anything. That's not your lane, man. And I wish I spoke Spanish. I'd speak it in front of you all day because you don't need to know what I'm talking about. They're still American soldiers, man. So I don't understand what your problem is. If nobody else is complaining, you shouldn't have anything to say. And if you mind your business, and as you said, those players' skills spoke for itself. They were good enough to go pro and sign. I forgot that famous Seattle Mariner guy from a few years ago and then used to play for the Yankees and then went back to his native land. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I can't think of him. Super famous, man. Seattle Mariners. It'll come to me later. But yeah, how dare you? How dare you? And then they should speak English. They need to learn. But you weren't concerned about that when they was knocking a ball out the park. You weren't concerned about that when they was throwing over 100 miles an hour pitching.
Yeah.
Or catching the ball in the outfield, third base, shortstop, whatever it is. Now you letting your other side of you come out. And once again, it cost him his job because as of today, these were comments he made in some sort of Rotary Club talking about that what they should do and the backlash, the social media age, man. Nobody has to deal with
that. Hey, social media age. Ted Cruz learning that now, but I'm just saying, man.
Must be nice to fly out in the middle of a storm when 80,000 people don't have no water, power, and heat. You extra special, my man.
All right, man. We at the bottom of the hour, man, of the show, man. When we having important thoughts, my brother.
Watch a Sidney Poitier picture, man. Do yourself that favor, please, man. I mean, I don't know what genre you like or what kind of movies you like. Look them up. Look at the trailer, if you will. He won't disappoint. And with that, I would like to wish my son and the AC Florida Falcons good luck and a victory tonight against Easley High School. They will be coming into the Falcon Nest within the hour, and hopefully round 1 of the playoffs. Richland School District 1. Go Falcons.
Go Falcons, man. You make sure you tell EOS and make sure you represent out there, man. Make sure you make us proud, man, whatnot.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what I told E, man. I told him to get my jersey, put the Mike Smooth jersey up under the tank top. He said, "Dad, I think I'm good." I said, "Yo, man, that's the Carolina Hustlers, man. You need to handle that, man." I'm gonna post that in a minute. My jersey, man. Yeah.
Hey, but one thing I want to do is pay homage to, man. I don't know if you know today. Today is Dr. J's birthday, man.
Oh my goodness, how could I forget? That's my childhood hero, Doc. Rock the cradle,
man.
All on Mike Cooper, up under the rim.
Hey,
yes.
Remember when he dunked on doggone in that final?
Bill Walton.
Wow.
Elbow on neck. I mean, Man, look, pull up YouTube and put Julius Irvin in there and just sit back. Sit back.
Mike.
Happy 71st birthday, Julius Dr. J. Irvin, man.
Hey, family. Hey, you know, another show come to the end, man. I think we're going out fast, man. Show you how much fun we have.
Another one in the books.
Man. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
Military Brothers Talking Sports. Peace.
Peace.